Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hope's Carter choice, Taylor watches Brooke and Ridge's comfortable moment. According to Tuesday, March 25th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes will watch Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester share a tender moment as Hope Logan makes a Carter Walton choice. Brooke simply kissed Ridge at Forrester Creations and urged him to make amends. Despite his desire to be Ridge's Logan once more, Brooke has not responded to her request to get back together and visit her home. Taylor will appear and see Ridge with his ex-lover before he can decide. Whether Taylor acknowledges it or not, she will undoubtedly be envious and upset since Brooke and Ridge are standing so near to one another. Taylor will wait for Ridge's response once she recognizes that Brooke is pleading with him once more to return to her. Which romantic path is Ridge going in, given that he will have to choose between staying with Taylor and granting Brooke's request to reunite? It appears like Ridge will select Taylor by the middle of the week, despite Brooke's efforts to change Ridge's mind. Although that might change in the future, Brooke will probably have to endure more heartache for the time being. Hope will need to make a significant romantic choice of her own in the meanwhile. Carter is battling for their future together and won't give up on their unique bond, even if Hope has already said goodbye. When Carter gives another speech about their love and how much she means to him, how will Hope respond? Will Hope support her decision to break up with Carter, or will she think about giving him another chance? Hope may insist on some time apart to think things out, but it's also possible that she simply won't see a path forward. In any case, Hope will not be prepared to simply forgive and move on from Carter's betrayal. Daphne Rose will have different ideas in the upcoming B&B episodes, even though Carter might make a prediction about demonstrating his love and figuring out a way to be back together. Stay tuned for updates on Daphne's next move and any other significant romantic news, as spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that she is about to make another attempt to win Carter's heart. Carter remains steadfast, Hope struggles, and Taylor interrupts. Finally available are spoilers for Tuesday, March 25th, 2025's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor Hayes interrupts Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan in tomorrow's episode. Hope Logan, meantime, finds it difficult to forgive Carter Walton for his treachery. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Brooke Logan's request for reunion. Fans can anticipate that Brooke will keep pleading with Ridge to take her back on Tuesday, March 25th. A sudden interruption occurs in the middle of Brooke's request for a reunion. When Taylor visits Ridge, she discovers Brooke pleading with her ex-husband to bring her back. Why Brooke believes she has a better chance than she did during the coup is unclear. Ridge's rage was not limited to Hope's conduct. The other was considering Brooke's acceptance of the position to be a betrayal. Taylor Hayes breaks in. Naturally, Taylor will be well aware of the situation when she enters the room. Taylor has stated time and time again that she doesn't care about Brooke and is secure in her relationship. However, saying it is not the same as believing it. Brooke did just kiss the man of another lady, after all. Even though Ridge was formerly Brooke's, he is currently seeing someone else. The choice made by Ridge Forrester. Furthermore, Lang's acting abilities are far more valuable than persistently pleading with a man who has been stolen to get back together. It would be good to see Brooke adopt Taylor's recent mindset of "I don't need a man." Ridge now has to decide between the two women later in the week as a result of this scene. Hold on, I believed Ridge had already selected Taylor. Was there something I missed? Anyway, it's likely that Ridge will select Taylor once more. Taylor will return to Brooke, at least, until he does something Ridge finds unacceptable. I hope Logan's battle. According to tomorrow's teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope will still face difficulties. The fashion designer believes she was deceived by Carter. Hope is furious and enraged even though Carter begs her to see his perspective. Carter went after Hope after she had already broken up with him. She said some nasty things to the COO, so that was probably a mistake. Steadfast, Carter Walton. He will not waver in his love for Hope over in Carter's court. But now Carter has returned to the Forrester household. Therefore, preventing Carter from pursuing Hope will likely be their next course of action. Be sure to keep an eye out for Daphne Rose's arrival. When Carter returns Forrester Creations to the family, fans criticize her for not protecting her fashion line. Following Carter's decision to stand with the Forresters over Hope, many viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful feel that he betrayed her. See what people are saying about this dramatic split and if Hope and Thomas will get back together. Fans are devastated by the shocking betrayal of the character. Fans are furious that Legal Eagle betrays Hope without defending her fashion line. After Carter Walton committed what many are referring to as the betrayal of the century, the Hope Logan fanbase is in complete disarray. The ostensibly clever lawyer gave Forrester Creations back to the Forrester family without obtaining even a single safeguard for Hope Logan's fashion line, a move that leaves longtime watchers gasping. What on earth was he thinking? Expert stupidity or legal malpractice? Fans are completely baffled by Carter's egregious inability to legally defend Hope for the future before returning the business to the Forresters, despite the fact that he is purportedly FC's legal whiz. One angry viewer said, "He's not very smart for a lawyer, and really?" I wholeheartedly concur. How could Carter have imagined that the second that Hope recovered control, Steffi Forrester wouldn't go straight after her line? Was he living in a vacuum? The rivalry between Hope and Steffi is legendary. You get everything in writing, especially when dealing with sworn foes, as any first-year law student knows. The best relationship ever. But hold on, things get worse. Much worse. Before making this decision that would change the company and ruin Hope's career, Carter didn't even have the grace to talk to her about it. He arbitrarily decided Hope's career fate without even sending a text message warning, even though they were romantically involved and partners in their takeover plan. One admirer pointed out that he ought to have talked to Hope about returning the business to the Forresters first. This lack of communication is relationship suicide, not just poor relationship etiquette. Consider it. If your partner made a choice that destroyed your career without even telling you, how would you feel? Insult to injury added. Just when you thought there was no way this treachery could get any worse. Carter chose to remain at Forrester Creations instead of walking out in support of Hope when she snubbed her. How about putting comfort ahead of loyalty? Another fan made the completely correct observation that he should have known Hope would be livid that he opted to stay at FC instead of defending her or walking out in solidarity. Through his actions, Carter effectively communicated to Hope that our relationship isn't important enough for me to stand by you, and your career isn't important enough for me to protect in writing. A quicksand-based relationship. For a moment, let's be honest. This sequence of events doesn't exactly surprise some observers. After all, the Hope and Carter romance started in the midst of corporate takeover plots, intrigue, and secrecy, not exactly the kind of stable basis for enduring love that soap opera fantasies are made of. One fan was very open about the connection, saying, "I'm not exactly heartbroken that it's over because this relationship was a farce to begin with." There is some truth to that, I must admit. There was definitely chemistry between them, but trust? Not so much, apparently. Hope bids Carter farewell as Brooke gives Ridge a kiss. According to Monday, March 24's recap of The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan kissed Ridge Forrester, and Hope Logan bid farewell to Carter Walton, who pursued her in an attempt to save their romance. Hope thought that Carter and her would leave Forrester Creations together, but Carter emphasized that this was his job and that the Forresters were his family. In the end, Brooke spoke up about the company's division, which made Hope feel deceived as well. Hope stomped off to the cottage after concluding that saying farewell was the only thing left to do. Carter accompanied Hope there to express regret for the events that transpired, but she believed he was merely attempting to defend his behavior. Hope believed there was nothing more to discuss because she had already bid Carter farewell. Carter attempted to remind Hope of their love and maintained that he could still support her in the company. Hope was still angry, though, that Carter had chosen to support the Forresters rather than stand up for her. Hope scolded him for folding like a house of cards after he pretended that they should put their relationship and everything that had transpired behind them. Hope maintained that Carter lacked the skills necessary to operate a business and, moreover, to be with her. Carter sobbed and wouldn't let Hope push him away after she yelled at him about being a traitor and begged him to go. Carter assured Hope that he wouldn't allow this to be the end of them since what they had was unique and deserving of a fight. Daphne Rose discussed her true sentiments for Carter and the idea that he deserved better than Hope with Zend Forrester Dominguez back at Forrester Creations. Before talking about the Forresters taking back control, Will Spencer and Electra Forrester at the design office talked about Bill Spencer's absurd behavior with regard to Luna Nozawa. Electra admitted that during all the excitement surrounding the takeover, she had received kindness from Carter, Hope, and Ivy Forrester. Despite her desire for harmony, Electra was unable to forecast with any degree of optimism that it would materialize. Following their conversation with Electra and Will, Daphne became irate over all of Hope's harm and expressed her desire for Carter to be free. While Brooke agreed that what Carter and Hope did was wrong in the main office during Monday's B&B episode, she also disapproved of what Steffi Forrester was doing to Hope. Steffi and Eric Forrester left them alone after Brooke requested a private conversation with Ridge. Ridge and Brooke had the opportunity to revisit all of the things that caused them to drift apart. Brooke missed Ridge and believed he missed her as well, despite being offended by how quickly Ridge switched to Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Brooke wanted to put the past behind him and regain trust now that the Forrester leadership issue had been settled. Brooke kissed Ridge and encouraged him to come home because she still had hope for a future with him. As she stood there in tears, Brooke declared her desire to once more be Ridge's Logan. Keep watching the CBS soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful since spoilers indicate that Ridge might soon update Brooke on some devastating news. Will and Electra's gossip, Carter's breakup, and Brooke's kiss. Finally, here is The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Monday, March 24, 2025. Hope Logan dumps Carter Walton in today's episode. Bill Spencer, Luna Nozawa, and the takeover are discussed by Will Spencer and Electra Forrester. In addition, Brooke Logan gives Ridge Forrester a kiss. The decision of Carter Walton. Brooke and Steffi Forrester Finnegan discuss hope for the future at Forrester Creations. The clothes designer will not remain and hear this. Hope wants to go with Carter. He's already on his second chance, according to Ridge and Eric Forrester. Hope pleads with Carter to pick her while he looks between them. FC is ultimately selected by the COO over his girlfriend. The Forresters are like family, Carter tries to explain. Hope bids Carter farewell with a wave of her hand, causing the COO to run after her. The kiss of Brooke Logan. Brooke believes that firing HFTF is bad, but he won't support Hope's behavior. Brooke desires a private conversation with Ridge. Ridge tells his ex-wife that Hope will be all right after everyone has left. Brooke also had the same opinion about them. The blonde admits that it is painful that he resorted to Taylor Hayes so quickly. Because she still wants a future with him and misses him, Brooke is prepared to put all of that behind her. Is Ridge still interested in a future with her? Questions Brooke. Abruptly, Brooke asks her ex-husband to return home by kissing him. The discovery of Electra Forrester. Will and Electra share a kiss in another Forrester Creations office. Bill concealing serial killer Luna in his house is another topic of conversation between the pair. Electra resumes her discussion of her family controlling the business. Hope and Carter were kind to Electra, so she has nothing against them. However, it would also be good if everyone could cooperate. However, she doesn't believe that is feasible. Zend Forrester Dominguez informs Daphne Rose in today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful that Carter was managing to hold his own. Carter smells like a good man to the nose. Daphne's affections for Carter are genuine, as the designer can see. The nose acknowledges that she is taken aback by her emotions. She nearly fled back to Paris for that reason. Carter has honesty, in Daphne's opinion. They all discuss the changes at FC as Will and Electra arrive. According to Daphne, the COO should leave Hope. Logan rages, I hope. Carter follows Hope inside the cabin. The fashion designer is furious about the demise of her line. Carter is staying for the company's sake, but he wants to keep fighting for her. Hope believes that he is not there for any cause. According to the COO, their love endures even if a line is cancelled. Hope regrets believing in his idea after stating that he didn't fight for her. They seemed like a team to her. Hope argues that Carter is simply another disappointing man while pleading with her to understand. Hope insists that he leave her alone and return to his family. Carter assures us that this is not the end of them. Hope won't be able to push the COO away. What can we hope for future? What will happen to our deceived heroine now that Carter is displaying his true nature? Given that astute watchers have observed that she continues to wear Thomas Forrester's ring, some fans are already conjecturing about a possible reunion. Hello, unresolved feelings. Some have proposed more imaginative avenues, such as Hope launching her own fashion label to take on Forrester head-to-head. Just think of the drama that would ensue. I'm up for it. Hope's harmful decisions. There is little doubt that Hope deserves so much better than a spouse who would neglect to safeguard her interests during such a critical time. Carter's reputation, both personally and professionally, might never fully bounce back from this monumental disaster. As one fan stated, "It's just a shame that Carter destroyed himself in the process." The silver lining in real life. There is one silver lining for fans in the midst of all this on-screen treachery and heartache. In a recent viral dance movement, Hope and Carter's actors, Annika Noel and Lawrence St. Victor, demonstrated their endearing camaraderie off-screen. Seeing their pleasant chemistry in the midst of all this made-up drama is truly nice. And with remarks like "I love y'all for this," the fans are gushing about it. Saturating social media. What are your thoughts? Could Carter's treachery not be forgiven? Was it appropriate for him to leave FC in support of Hope? Or do you believe that this narrative is more complex than it first appears? Leave a comment below. What do you think of the most recent shocking betrayal in soap operas? There's a good chance that someone like Bill Spencer could assist her in that area, even though she might not have the funds or resources to do it alone. He may have been one of her first bullies on the show, but he would be willing to assist her because he hates the Forresters. In addition, Hope's FC contract is about to expire. She might also take advantage of this as a chance to show everyone how valuable she is. The best retaliation for her would be to increase the success of her line without Forrester Creations' assistance. Naturally, there was a lot of discussion about the issue on the internet. Hope needs to get her own business and get away from Forrester Creations, some have even said in their comments. Even if I made a commitment to continue Hope for the future, I couldn't fathom going back to that place of employment. The escape from the Forresters is a blessing for Hope. Another reader commented, "I'm tired of Steffi and Hope fighting, and Hope just needs to go because she won't have any future when her contract expires." Additionally, there was the following comment, "How about a Hope/Bill pairing? At least they are no longer linked by blood or even marriage, even though I know it's kind of gross. Perhaps part of Bill's personality might return." The losses of Hope and Elektra, a story of betrayal and heartache. Love is frequently followed by loss in the complex web of connections, and Hope and Elektra experience intense anguish when they lose what they value most. Once safe in Carter's steadfast support, Hope now finds herself on her own, deserted by the man who had been her pillar of strength. She finds it difficult to fill the gap left by his absence, a silent pain that permeates every choice she makes. She had depended on him, not only for emotional support but also for the knowledge that someone, anybody, had faith in her. She now doubts her own value, wondering if she pushed Carter away or if he just found someone or anything better. His departure leaves a lingering bitterness that serves as a continual reminder that trust may be broken in an instant and love is ephemeral. As Will continues to elude her, seduced by Luna's seductive presence, Elektra must deal with her own imminent heartbreak. Every lingering look he gives Luna and every covert smile they share now make her and Will's relationship seem precarious. Elektra had defended him and thought their love was unbreakable, but now she is unable to stop the foundation from collapsing. She is plagued by a persistent worry of losing him, which keeps her up at night. She questions whether she should give up or fight harder before the impending wreckage totally destroys her. The irony is cruel. Despite their individual strength, both women are brought to their knees by the unpredictable nature of love. And when their worlds fall apart, Daphne enters the fray with no clear intentions. Is she a savior or just another destructive force? Her efforts might either fix what's broken or completely destroy it as she opens doors that have been closed for a long time. As Hope and Elektra stand on the edge, their losses leaving scars that might never completely heal, they must choose whether to allow their suffering to define them or to emerge from the ruins stronger than before. A momentous confrontation that might alter everything was set in motion when Carter refused to let Hope dump him. Hope felt that ending things was the only sensible course of action because she had reached her breaking point. She was aware of their profoundly differing outlooks on the future and had witnessed the fissures in their relationship. However, Carter refused to accept her choice out of a mixture of pride, passion, and fear of losing her. He refused to back down and instead made a heartfelt plea that left Hope speechless and made her doubt her own determination. It's unclear if Carter is making a big mistake by refusing to let go. In addition to being romantic and a last-ditch effort to keep the woman he loves, his perseverance could also be interpreted as a disrespect for Hope's independence. He runs the danger of further alienating her if he presses too hard. His behavior can also be an indication of deeper fears. Does he genuinely love Hope, or is he scared of living without her? Hope, however, finds herself in a challenging situation. Since her relationships have shaped so much of her life, Carter's insistence compels her to consider her own needs and wants. Will she remain steadfast, or will Carter's resolve cause her to change her mind? It becomes evident when feelings run high that this is about more than simply love. It's also about identity, control, and the conflict between the heart and the head. There may be long-term repercussions from this choice, and whether Carter is right or wrong, one thing is for sure: nothing will ever be the same.